Little disclaimer: the M3 Lee and the M3 Grant are practically the same thing, but they just, removed the man and replaced him with a radio. Sorry for, grammatical errors or something like that. So the story of the Grants, the Lee, starts with the Great Depression, a time when the United States military was at a low point in its history. The same thing goes with its armored divisions, because in 1939, they had about 400 tanks that mainly consisted of the M2 Stuart and, the medium tank, which were both terrible and outdated. Because of this, when World War II actually, started and the French were having a good time with the 75mm cannon that was under Char, the U.S. Army kind of said, me wanty, and just built an entire tank program after it, which would later be known as the Sherman. But this video is about Lee. So the entire thing was basically designed to be an all-encompassing tank that, when used, could be used for different areas of combat. Infantry vehicle? Check. Light armor vehicle? Check. Anti-tank vehicle? Yeah, I guess. But due to its 2-inch armor and its tall silhouette, it was, renowned as being somewhat terrible. The entire thing weighed about 27 tons. Even with its 75 and 37mm guns, yes, this thing had 2 guns. By 1941, it was almost outdated with its 2-inch armor. But when Americans presented this to the British, they originally said no, because they thought it was terrible. But then they said yes, because America said, this is basically the only thing that we have, take it or we're going to fold you into a McDonald's hamburger. Which they did not. Anyways, they were, eventually replaced with the M4 Sherman, which would come out in 1942. But alas, the Lee was still used in Africa because of the delay of the Sherman tanks. And even when the Sherman tanks got to Africa, the M3 Lee made the majority of the force. And these units saw action until the end of the war, at least in Africa. Thanks to the people that have viewed the short summary of a famous tank known as the M3 Lee/Grant. Have a nice day, and please subscribe.